Well, good morning. The girls are back in town for sure over there. Keeneland opens this weekend on Friday, and the Ashland Grade 1 Kentucky Oaks Prep is on the agenda for sure, full field of 8, and should be a very, very nice kickoff for the spring meet over there at beautiful Keeneland. As always, turn your closed captions on. Want to say thank you, everybody, for such classy response in our video we put out about the Derby horse fierceness, and looking like the winner so far. We still got a long way to go, but extremely nice horse, and there's a couple that's going to have something to say about it. Of course, Timberlake and Muth, who can't get in, who would change the whole dynamics of the race. So again, thanks so much for your classy response. As always, turn your closed captions on. Tip sheets will be available for the upcoming Derby. I'm going to get a video out there so we can get our pre-orders running. But until then, let's turn our attention to Keeneland over there on Friday, opening day in the Ashland Grade 1. Well, it's a field of 8. And guess who's on the docket, Mama? Yeah, the juvenile filly winner. That's right, just FYI, the Billy Mott trained runner. And the other two in here that's going to offer some resistance are the ones that ran second and third in the Breeders' Cup juvenile filly race for sure. Maybe the just FYI can make a return somewhat like the juvenile boys did with Fierceness, right? Well, this is a very, very nice horse, and it's going to be a very entertaining race for sure. And it's 100 points, 50 points, 25, 15, 10, like that, to get into the Kentucky Oaks for sure on Friday. We're going to start right in with who should be the favorite, right? Of course, right? The number 6 horse, Just FYI, by Justified, on the back end by Streetcock Cry. Undefeated filly for sure, making her 3-year-old debut off of the Breeders' Cup Juvenile filly race, right? It's Billy Mott, my guy, doing the conditioning. His boy Alvarado is in the arms for sure. The question is, how much better did this horse get? And I mean, why wouldn't they, right? When they turn from 2 to 3, they get a lot better, and from 3 to 4, they get even better, right? So again, we haven't seen her since November 3rd over there at Santa Anita in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile filly. Ran beautiful pace numbers, beautiful speed figures. Now back in 4 months, so she should be filled out. She's got more experience, and her 3-year-old debut should be much, much better than any one of her first 3 starts as a 2-year-old. So clearly the number 6 horse, Just FYI, is the horse to beat. Now remember, these fillies jump. I mean, they're awfully young. As they're developing, they're at their floor, not their ceiling. So again, there's a couple in here that's going to offer some resistance. But our top pick has to be Just FYI. I don't think you're going to get any kind of price on her, for sure, rightly so. She is the juvenile filly winner. But it looks like, hey, this one could win the Kentucky Oaks for sure, as well as, Fierceness could win the Derby. So maybe both juvenile winners of last year's Breeders' Cup maybe getting their picture taken. Lilies for the fillies over there that Friday before Derby Saturday, for sure. But the number 6 horse is our top pick. The other horse is, I kind of like Todd Pletcher's horse that ran 3rd in the juvenile fillies race in November, Candid, right? This one's by Candy Ride, on the back end by Roaring Fever. 2 wins from 3 starts and 1/3 for sure. Todd Pletcher, the Italian suit guy. Got my boy Luis Saez in the arms. Like I said, this horse won the Alcibiade back there in October at Keeneland for sure. So it's already been across the racetrack, which is a big advantage if you ask me. Came back into the juvenile filly race and ran 3rd. Didn't disgrace at all behind Just FYI. In the same boat, making her 3-year-old debut, and again, how much more did she improve, right? So again, it wouldn't surprise me if this horse, tangled with Just FYI and beat her for sure. So our second pick will be the number 1 horse on Friday, Todd Pletcher's Candid. I like that horse a little bit, particularly by Candy Ride for sure. So our second pick is the number 1. We're going to go way outside to the number 8 horse, right? This is the horse that ran 2nd for sure. right behind, just FYI, Jody's Pride, right? By American Pharaoh, Scat Daddy on the back end for sure. And believe it or not, Jose Lezcano, the hard-riding Jose Lezcano, the underrated Jose Lezcano, if you ask me, is in the arms, right? Listen, this filly doesn't have to apologize either. Running second to just FYI in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile filly is no disgrace. This one has 3 wins from 4 starts in 1 second, has always hit the board. The only time this horse didn't win was when she got beat by just FYI. Okay, made her 3-year-old debut, unlike Candid and just FYI, made her 3-year-old debut in March at Aqueduct in the Busher Stakes and ran out of the TV screen, ran a decent speed figure that day, and now showing up here in the Ashland. Well, this one's awfully good too, y'all. And again, the question is, how much more does she improve? We know that she has a race under her belt now as a 3-year-old, so we did get a peek on how she would return. That's a big plus. Flavian Pratt is in the arms for sure. I think Flavian's riding this horse. I have to see, but it says Lezcano here. But I think Flavian Pratt is actually on Jody's Pride for sure. So those are our top 3 picks in here for sure. 6, 1, 8, just like that. If we had to round out a trifactor, why don't we look at Kenny McPeek's horse, right? Simmering Allure. I mean, Kenny McPeek was hot last week, right? I think he won 4 races over the weekend. Big races. He got some nice horses, and you know, I got a little weakness for Kenny McPeek's horses and Kenny McPeek as a trainer. Classy dude for sure. Let's put the number 5 as our 4th pick. So in this year's Ashland, I guess we're all anticipating to see how just FYI return. It is a Billy Mott runner, so we expect her to return in tip-top shape, because that's what Billy Mott does, right? So for us, it's going to be 6, 1, 8. We round out our super with the number 5 horse. We think those 3 horses, our top 3 horses, will battle for this, and we just have to see how much more they improved and how much more the just FYI improved for sure. Okay, so for us, 6, 1, 8, just like that. Super factor, throw Kenny McPeek, number 5 underneath. My name is Wayne Bolden. I am your Speed King. There's your Ashland Stakes. The girls are in town for sure. Kick off the Kingland Meet on Friday. Stay classy, y'all.